Hello, Stephany. Welcome to Talent Magazines.
Thank you.
Please walk us through your painting process as to how you started.
Well, I'm very much process oriented rather than the end product. So people like to use the term in the moment. That's what's really meaningful to me. So I try to bring a level of emotion and also some history and location to my work. And that's, for example, this painting here, which is a rice facility out on just north of Sacramento. Very much in the moment.
You mentioned in the moment. It's almost like you're talking about karma. You do your deed and don't worry about the result.
Yeah, and also the happy accidents and what you can do to keep the painting fresh and kind of a surprise.
You have been in the art scene for a long time.
I have, since I was 5.
When you start looking at it, things have changed quite a bit. Please talk about some of that change you've experienced personally.
Well, that's so funny because I went back to graduate school at age 57 to get a master's in sculpture. And I had a degree in history from UCLA, and by the time I got back to the master's program, I found out that I'd been a postmodernist all this time, and I hadn't even known it.
You talk about postmodernist being one. How much of the history degree back from UCLA help you or hinder you from that process?
It doesn't hinder me at all. I'm very much attuned to the concept of location and identity and where people come from and a more organic reflection of where they are at the time. So the history part of it means a lot to me. And my projects that I've done with Amelia Earhart and 30 Aviation Pioneers, several projects for Jack London, the pieces at the San Francisco Hilton, which are gone now, sadly, they're all very much history-based. The audience might not know it at first, but that's what the inspiration is.
So going back to your history, you're basically documenting it in your own manner and putting that history in there.
Yes, I am. And what I like to do is bring people that have passed on. I like to reincarnate them life-size figures and put them all together when they never ever were together.
When you're painting some of these, like at the Railroad Museum, how did that process, could you please walk me through that? Because that piece almost makes it a 3D approach right there.
And I hope that the 3D is enhanced by the time I'm through with this project here. That was a combination of 3 elements from 3 different trains. And it's my idealization of what the perfect train would be. So that train doesn't really exist.
When you talk about that doesn't exist, but in your world it does exist.
It exists now, yeah.
What are some of the projects you're currently working on that we should look forward to seeing?
Well, I'm working on one that I don't really even want to talk about, but maybe in a month I might have approval on it. It's proceeding really well. It's very large. It's very, very innovative. I'm doing a sculpture project right now that's a sort of more of a functional sculpture of an address, the 3 numbers 333. That's going to be about 8 feet wide and 7 feet tall and quite amusing.
Where is this piece going in?
That's out in Campus Commons.
Okay. And you're working on something at the rail yards also?
I'm not working at the rail yards right now. No. We'll see.
We would like to know as to what is it the young generation needs to learn from artists like you that they are not paying attention to or what they need to?
How hard it is. It takes a very thick skin. It takes a lot of hard work. It was funny, when I went back to grad school, I probably worked harder than anybody in the program or most of the younger people, and I already had a career. And it's that drive to push the boundaries of learning, which is what really is important to me. That gives you the endurance to make it through a long career, and you have to look, 5 years ahead, and be prepared to be quick on your feet. I was not resistant to computers in '95. I said, "Oh, which side of the digital divide do I want to be on?" And it paid off to take that amount of time to up my learning curve.
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank
it's
you.
a pleasure.
All right.